Okay, guys, this is the weekly analysis and forecast for this week, 24th to 28th of October 2022. Okay, so as usual, we're going to start with DXY. Let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily, we can see that we're in a consolidation environment. Okay, and DXY is also currently inside a monthly fair value gap. Okay, and if we go to the monthly time frame, we can see this is the monthly fair value gap. Um, we have now pay attention to this monthly potential monthly fair value gap. Okay, I do think that DXY is still going to come back down to fill this. Okay, um I'm almost certain that it is going to feel this. Okay, very rarely do you see, you know, fair value gap on the monthly time frame, except it forms another block. Okay, when it forms another block, that's generally what will prevent it from filling the fair value gap. Okay, so I do think that DXY would get to this level. So let's go back to the daily time frame. On the daily, the significant levels we have to look at is this relatively poor lows right here. Okay, this is also a daily fair value gap. Ultimately, I do think that DXY is going to come back down, especially considering it has been unwilling to continue upward. Okay, the consolidation environment is to the downside. Okay, so my expectation for this week would be for DXY to rise up. Okay, yesterday on Monday closed with this indecisive candle. This is the high. So my expectation is that Monday high is going to be taken today. So I'm expecting today to be bullish to take out Monday's high, and then Wednesday will form the high of the week and drop down to take out this low, potentially this low. Okay, so ultimately I do think that DXY is going to fill this daily fair value gap. This really is very important, because when you have relative equal lows before a fair value gap, I think it is very significant. Okay, so that is my expectation for DXY. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour, this other block is going to be significant. So my expectation is price rise up into this 4-hour order block and then rejection from there. 1 hour, not much to see here. Basically today I'm expecting a bullish price action. So um, for Tuesday, I'm expecting a bit of bullish price action to feel there is a void around this level. If we go to the 12-hour time frame, um, yeah. So here, this is buy side imbalance, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Okay, so I expect that price will rise up into this other block, fill this void, and then reject from there to take out the low of the week and potentially this low. So that is my expectation for DXY for this week. We go to the 15 minutes time frame. Now let me show you, I also show you something quite significant here. On the 15-minute time frame, we have this void right here. Okay, I do think that we will see a push to the upside to fill this void and then rejection from there. Now it might not get there, it might just tap into it and then reject, or just reject from this breaker. Okay, it might just reject from this breaker, price might just rise up to this level and then reject. So my expectation is a bit of bullish price action this today, um to this level, market structure shifts and then drop down to take out the low of the week, and So something like this is what I'm expecting for DXY this week. Yeah, something like this is my expectation for DXY. Okay, we may have a big range week. The economic calendar for this week is really packed. This is the relative equal lows I mentioned on the daily time frame. Ultimately, I think DXY is gravitating to the downside. I really do think that it is going to drop to the downside. Okay, so that's my expectation for DXY for this week. It could drop lower, but this low would be my minimum objective. Price is basically ranging. We're in a consolidation environment. So you have to be nimble. Okay, you have to be nimble. You have to like take your profit quickly. As you can see from the past 2 weeks, the expansion or the range has not really been that massive. It hasn't really been that big. Okay, so that's that for DXY. Let's go to Euro USD. Okay, for Euro USD, my expectation is that this is probably going to be my expectation is that let's go to the daily. In the daily, there isn't really that much to see other than the order block. This is the daily order block, these two up close candles, and this is the main threshold. Okay, just pay attention to that. This is the main threshold, so I think we will see a significant drop from this main threshold. Okay, 4 hour time frame, we have a fair value gap. We have this fair value gap. This is the high, this is the low of the fair value gap. I do think that today, Tuesday, we are going to see a drop down to fill the void, to fill the fair value gap, and then we'll get a bounce from there to take out the high of the week and potentially this high. Okay, so that would be my minimum objective for the week. So I do think that the week is going to turn out being bullish. Okay, I think we'll drop down, fill this void, rise up, we may get a bit of a reaction from this 4 hour fair value gap, and then take out this high and potentially this high. Why am I bullish? Okay, I've been bearish the past few weeks from my analysis. I'm bullish right now because DXY has shown an unwillingness to continue to the upside. Okay, and the fact that we are inside a daily fair value gap, I mean a monthly fair value gap, that puts a lot of pressure on DXY, and we may see a significant reaction from there. Okay, and also if you look at the relative equal lows I mentioned on the daily time frame as well, I think it is significant. Okay, this relative equal lows right here, I think this is very significant, and we have a daily fair value gap here as well, which I do think would end up being a draw on liquidity. Okay, so I think the XY is going to continue to the downside, rise up and then continuation to the downside. So that would mean that DXY, that would mean that euro and pound would would have a hard time dropping. Okay, so we may see a bit of rally, on euro and pound. Okay, so my expectation, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour, like I said today, I would don't want price to take out this high today. Okay, I would prefer we just reject from this level and feel this. There is a 4 hour fair value gap at this level, and also we have a 12 hour order block. Okay, so my expectation is I will drop from here, we leave these equal highs. Okay, we drop from here, so I'll be looking to frame a long setup from this level. Okay, a long setup from this level to take out the high of the week, the Sunday's high, and potentially this high. Okay, so let's go to 15-minute time frame. So my expectation, let me use 30 minutes. My expectation would be a drop today on Tuesday. We see a drop to this level. Then we see some kind of shift in market structure, and then take out the high of the week and this level. So something like this is what I'm expecting for the week on Euro USD. Yeah, something like this. For pound, we have, let's start from the daily. Obviously, we are in a consolidation environment. Price is basically just consolidating. Eventually, I do think that this high will be taken. Um, this daily fair value gap, I think eventually price will tap into this in the coming weeks. So for this week, my expectation is that now let's go to the 4-hour time frame so I can show you the, we have this 4-hour fair value gap. Okay, this is going to be the initial draw on liquidity for the week. So my expectation is that we drop from here, fill this fair value gap, and then bounce from there to take out the high of the week, this high and potentially this high. Okay, so um something like this is what I will be expecting. A drop today, and then we have, a shift in market structure, then bounce from there, take out the high of the week, and probably continue to the upside to take out this previous week high. Okay, I think eventually to take out that high. So that's that for euro for pound. Let's look at euro pound. Okay, last week I did mention that this daily fair value gap would be filled, and then I will look to take a short from there to the weekly fair value gap. Okay, we had a Judas swing to the downside for the week, and then it just basically continued to the upside. Filled it. I took a few shots. I took a shot from this level, dropped a bit. I took another shot again. Eventually I got stopped out. I didn't make money from it, but the price action was just really annoying last week, and um, I do think this week it is going to drop. I'm still going to be watching it this week to see if I can take a short setup from somewhere around this level to this weekly fair value gap. I do think that the weekly fair value gap is a very strong draw on liquidity. Okay, so something to keep an eye on. So I'm expecting a drop from this level to this level. On US 500, we have this daily fair value gap. Okay, if you go to the daily time frame, you will see it. I don't want to switch to show you, but my expectation is that we'll move, fill this daily fair value gap, rejection from there to this level, and then bounce from there to the weekly order block. That is my expectation for the week. So I'm expecting something like this to take out, fill the daily fair value gap, some kind of shift in market structure, and then drop lower to fill this fair value gap. There is a 12-hour fair value gap when you go to the 12-hour time frame. And then we have some kind of shift in market structure, and then the weekly order block. Okay, so this is my expectation for ES for this week, right? Which other pair should I look at? I think that's pretty much all. I didn't go over last week price action because I want to save time. I don't want the video to be long. And if you check, you can see that pretty much what I outlined in my review for last week is pretty much what happened. Okay, price was trading around this level on Euro USD. Price was trading around this level. I did mention that I want to see a move to the upside to fill the daily fair value gap around this level and then drop down for the rest of the week. We did have a reversal on Friday. Um, so not bad. The price action has been a bit, the volatility has been it hasn't been the best condition for a short one Q. So if I'm going to be taking a one shot one Q setup, I would be looking to take profits early. Okay, I wouldn't wait to because you can just see all these reversal, all this sudden reversal that just basically undo everything that happens all through the week. Okay, and it can be really, really annoying when you have, take a trade from here on Tuesday and on Friday you are looking to hold it for the rest of the week, and then on Friday you just have this reversal. So the volatility has been, and we're in a consolidation environment, so you want to try and be nimble, you want to take profit early. Okay, pretty much same thing happened on the pound. I made reference to the relative equal high at this level. Price was trading here. I did mention that we would see a rise, a push to the upside to take out the equal high, and then rejection from there. So that's pretty much what happened. Pretty spot on. I took a shot and I closed it way too early. Okay, and price gave multiple. No, last week was just somehow for me. Perhaps because I'm low on confidence, I didn't really capitalize on my analysis. Played out, but I didn't really make any money from it per se. I did make money, but just something small compared to if I just simply held on to my trade and allowed the weekly expansion to play out. Okay, so that's pretty much it from me. I know I kind of like rushed the analysis, but I hope you learned something. I hope I hope we have a really good week this week. The weekly calendar looks really promising. I'm hoping that we have a really big range and we're able to catch most of the expansion. All right. If you have questions, you can always drop it in the comment section or you drop it on the Telegram chat. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.